So I saw a whole bunch of people who won those tickets to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League Justice is Great Edition in theaters. Congratulations! I envy you! Hey, welcome back to Ping Pong Flicks. My name is Chris Wong. I got some new looks at that Justice League motion comics today, and it looks fantastic. Times I have to say that, but it really does. In fact, this one is an actual clip. Yeah, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is an actual motion comic. It's motion in there, and it is looking fantastic. Like I said, it's not exactly animation, but it does give you the feeling of animation and feeling of how the scenes are played out. Now, I'm not exactly sure what is actually going on here or when this takes place. I'm going to guess maybe Justice League 2 when Lex Luthor brings on his own Legion of Doom. That's my guess anyway. But it does kind of look like that shadow is Superman. I mean, it looks like him with his cape flowing in the back. And is that his fist reaching out towards Captain Cold? But whatever scene this may be, this looks awesome. And I love the flow of that hood he has there, the shadow creeping up. I can certainly hear the theme from this picture right here. Here's a still of Superman. There he is, the one that embodies hope. Superman right there in front of the Daily Planet. Very much noticing that he's in the red and blue, but he doesn't look like an angry god here. So I'm going to guess this is not Justice League 2 where he becomes evil. I'm going to feel like this is more like Justice League 3. Maybe during the beginning of Justice League 3 when he's fully in red and blue and he's trying to gather all the League members and everybody he can to stop Darkseid. Or maybe this could be the end when Darkseid War is over and he's finally embodying Superman that we all know and love. Because that was his gradual progression, right? Zack Snyder already told us that. Has the black and silver suit, and then he doesn't earn the real red and blue suit until at the end of the whole arc. And like I've said many times before, this does not replace the actual Snyderverse, because Zack Snyder's Justice League, like Zack Snyder said, his 2 and 3 is going to be different from the original storyboards that he released in that AT&T art gallery. But what I'm hoping this would do is that it will make people interested, people outside the bubble and people who don't even know that there was going to be a Justice League 2 and 3 or that those storyboards went out. Although it feels like everybody should know by now, but you know, there's still people out there who don't know. And maybe this will, kind of spice it up a little bit and actually bring a little bit more noise to restore the Snyderverse. And also, of course, AFSP. Let's talk a little bit about Batgirl. The director Adil El Arbi actually have been posting quite a lot on his Instagram, hints here and there, and just getting people hyped up for Batgirl. This one, he clearly showing that he is also a Marvel and a DC director, as he's doing the Miss Marvel series, and he's also director of Batgirl. But his most recent Instagram post is very interesting. This picture shows the current incarnations of Batman. I mean, it even includes the Nolan's Batman too. What is he trying to say here? I think that's the mystery of Batgirl. We don't know exactly which universe this Batgirl will be coming from. Is it coming from the Keatonverse? Is it coming from the Snyderverse? Is it coming from the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman universe? Is it even coming from the Christian Bale universe? We do know that they are casting a new Commissioner Gordon. At least that's what they've said. I think this is just a director really teasing, making us guess. He knows we are wondering which Batgirl universe is this coming from. And I guess this is a Batman day because Patrick Tatopoulos actually revealed this photo of Ben Affleck as the Batman, and this was for Batman v Superman. Why didn't they show this picture the first time? A lot of people use the sad Batflick meme, and I'm like, this is a way better photograph. Why haven't I seen this? Now, you can't tell me this is absolutely the best Batman has ever been on screen so far. He looks incredible. I actually like the Batman v Superman suit way better than the Justice League version. And it's great to see this picture alone kind of refuel the Make the Batflick movie, which I hope still can definitely happen. And if Daniel Rickman, Daniel RPK is right, we'll have more appearances of Ben Affleck as the Batman after the Flash movie. Crossing all fingers that that's the Batflick movie. Now I got another story from a giant freaking robot, because lately they've been getting a lot of their exclusives confirmed. They even have a site that shows all the exclusives that have been confirmed. That's amazing. But I saw this story and I thought it was interesting to talk about. Giant Freaking Robot says their source says that they want Robert Pattinson's universe to have his own Superman. That's not really surprising. I mean, if that universe works out, they'll definitely try to expand on it. But I guess it would be surprising if people thought they're going to stop at a trilogy and they're not going to make any more Batmans after that. But hearing that Robert Pattinson really likes the role and he really wants to expand that, maybe creating his own little cinematic universe on the side and have the Batman meet other DC villains, I was thinking just the Batman Rogues Gallery. But maybe this is their way of exploring a separate universe. Remember those teases of those Halloween costumes? Okay, that didn't really mean much, but I thought it was cool to see that there's other superhero costumes in that world. Now it is well known that Robert Pattinson's Batman world is called Earth 2. Now there was an Earth 2 Batman in the comics, not the one that was Thomas Wayne, but the one that was Bruce Wayne. Apparently this Batman did not have the same no guns policy as his Earth 1 counterpart. He often wore a holster on his utility belt that carried his pistol, but what's interesting about that is that the suit is kind of similar to Robert Pattinson's Batman, especially the one they showed in the tactical outfit. He almost looks like he has a holster for a gun as well. And look at that collar. That collar is almost exactly the same. Now granted, the Robert Pattinson's Batman is a little bit steampunk style, and there are instances where he has that collar, but I thought that was an interesting coincidence between Earth 2 Batman in the comics and Robert Pattinson's The Batman. And what's even more interesting is Earth 2 Batman has an Earth 2 Superman, and that Earth 2 Superman is Val Zod, Black Superman. How do you like that? So Giant Freaking Robots was wondering maybe this could be Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Superman will take place. Which brings up a little bit of a conversation that's going on in my head. I'm like thinking, okay, wait a minute. I thought Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Superman was going to take place in the 20th century. And then when you think about it, there were rumors that Matt Reeves' The Batman would take place in around the 90s, which is, towards the end of the 20th century, because the 20th century takes place from the 1900s to the 2000s. And if that's true, then that kind of matches up. But Ta-Nehisi Coates was saying that his Superman was going to be Clark Kent, not Calvin Ellis. Then again, the script is very early on, and if they really do plan to get Ta-Nehisi Coates a Superman within this universe, we're not going to find out until maybe next year, if it still happens. So when the studio execs are wondering what can they do, they're trying to create their own universe, but they can't really throw away the entire Snyderverse because a lot of those characters are successful in their eyes. So what is their answer? Well, this is according to the New York Times. The answer is the multiverse. Boiled down, it means that some characters, Wonder Woman as portrayed by Ms. Gadot, for instance, will continue their adventures on Earth 1, while new incarnations, Mr. Patterson as the Batman, will populate Earth 2. And here's where my mind's thinking, I'm like, do they know about Earth 2? I mean, are they just saying, oh, Earth 2 because it's like a second world, multiverse, ha ha ha? Are they actually consulting Jim Lee? Hopefully they are consulting Jim Lee. And if Jim Lee is the one who is kind of shepherding this whole thing and saying, hey, why not we just develop Earth 2, do whatever you want with that, have Earth 1 continue, and then, maybe later, once some people leave and some other people come in, discovering that maybe we could have the Snyderverse existing on its own plane on HBO Max. I guess this is the part where I'm going to keep talking, let the camera roll, and all these end screens pop up. I have nothing else to say. But have a great weekend.